everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you choose to do this. Would be great. Today we are going to do a 9 exercise 3-round routine. It's going to be all body weight. There'll be a couple exercises where you can put some weights into your routine. I'll tell you when that pops up. You want to grab a couple little hand weights if you have them handy. If not, it is definitely not necessary to complete today's exercise. The other thing that you might want to grab is a piece of furniture that's close, something that you can work off of to have a different option than the option that I'm doing on the screen. All right, so we will do a brief little warming up of the joints. We'll do the 3 rounds, and at the end, we'll do a little bit of the dynamic stretch at the end to get you ready for whatever you're getting ready for. So go ahead and put your legs a little further in hip distance. And we're going to spin side to side. Nice, easy. Warm up the spine. Warm up the ankles too. Get a little turn on the ankles. All right, here we're going to do a squat and reach it all the way up. Squat with the reach. And let's do squat and reach a little off to the side. Squat, reach off to the side. Warm up that core a little bit more. Keep it nice and smooth. All right. Go ahead and do little circles with our arms. A couple other things to grab today is some water. Have some of that. It has been really hot at the time of this recording, so it's important to hydrate. And if you need a mat to do your workout on, go ahead and grab one of those for today. All right. Bring your arms up and down. All righty. All right, our first exercise is actually going to be on the ground. The option to do if you're not going on the ground is we're going to march by lifting the left arm up, and the right knee up, and go contralateral. If you're unable to get on the ground, let's go and do that first. All right. Don't forget to start your watch. I know some of you need to record that for your own purposes. All right, let's get in a tabletop position. So wrists right underneath your shoulders, back nice and flat, knees right underneath your hips. And we're going to bring our right leg back, our left arm forward. And switch. These are bird dogs. Really tighten your glutes up at the top. Really pull in your core as you do these things. Get the most out of it. Don't forget, you're only doing these exercises for a couple minutes for the day or the week. So it's important that you really engage all of those muscles as we go along here today. Right, 10 seconds. And rest. All right, we're going to stand up next. All right, for our next exercise, we are going to do a wood chop. So You can either hold onto a little dumbbell or use your hand weights for this one. But we're coming up to the side, chopping down to our knee, bending our knee when we come down, just like we're chopping wood. I'll tell you when it's halfway finished so we can switch sides. And switch. Big reach, really extend as far as you can. Get that body rotated right to the left. Almost 180-degree turn on these. Rest. Awesome. So next we're going to do standing crab. All right. So we are going to put our hands up. You can click your hands if you want to. Make it a little more fun. And we're going to bring our knee up to our elbow. Right? Ready? And go. And again, if you want a little shoulder work, go ahead and put leave your hand weights in your hand. That give you some static exercise for your shoulders. Don't forget, you need to hold on to something. Your balance is a little off today. Go ahead and do that. Up, you can do it. Remember, if you want to play music in the background for yourself, everybody's musical tastes are different. So that helps motivate you through this workout today. Go ahead and put that on. All right, almost there. 10 seconds. And rest. Okay, next we're going to do crab dips. So you need to have a piece of furniture and put your hands behind you to do those crab dips. Go for it. Otherwise, we can go on the ground, get into crab position, and point our elbows back. Ready and go. If you want to walk around and do a crab walk, you can as well. Don't forget to smile. Got this. Keep it up. The elbows pointed straight back. We got 15 seconds. And rest. Woo! All right. We are back up to our feet. Remember, our fifth exercise is usually a fight move. We're going to do a cross punch. So get your feet a little further in hip distance. Get those fists right in front of our chest. And we're cross punching across our body. Go ahead and get started. Really try to pivot that toe on each side. Reach as far as you can. Get those step back, fully engaged as you bring your punches all the way across your body. Job, keep it up. You can go as fast or as slow as you need to, but try to pivot on that back foot because that's really going to engage your body and make you work on your balance a bit as well. Ready? And rest. All right, we're gonna do our push-ups next. So you can do those on a wall, off a heavy piece of furniture, elevated, knee push-ups, full push-ups, whatever you need to do today. Ready? And go. Get those elbows going close to your body or 45-degree angle away from your body. Don't do it straight out. Nice and smooth. You've taken off more than you can chew, then you can back it off a little bit. 15 seconds. And rest. All right. Next, we're going to really work our upper back, and I'm going to show you this from the side. All right. If you want to use hand weights for this, go ahead and do so. So we're going to bend over, bend our knees a little bit, drop our hands with our weights if we have them down in front of us, and we're going to bring our arms straight out to the side. All right. Drop them down nice and slow. Pop them up. Bring them down nice and slow. It becomes infinitely harder when you use weights for this, but just slow it down. You can really feel those shoulder blades pinching in the back and that shoulder work as you bring it down nice and slow. Take 15 seconds. And rest. All right. So we're going to do some hip rotations next. And we're going to do those hip rotations from all fours. If you want to do this standing up, you can as well. So from here, I want you to bring your leg off to the side, rotate it back, and bring it back to the center. Out, around, and back to center. Okay, out, around, back to center. So kind of combining our fire hydrants and part of our bird dog. All right, engage those glutes, rotate it around, back to center. Out and around. Extend those legs. All right, 5 seconds. All right, excellent. All right, we're back up to our feet for our last exercise in this round. So what we're going to do is knee drives. Okay, if you want to go into plank position and do these knee drives, that's fine. But we just want to drive our knee up as high as we can. Right, ready, and go. If you want to turn this into a mountain climber and use that upper body as well, go ahead and do that. Just try to drive those knees up as high as you can. Increase that range of motion for that hip socket. If you want to run on this one, go ahead and run on this one. 2. All right, we got 10 seconds. And rest. All right, we are done with round number 1. Go ahead and grab yourself a drink. Work on slowing that heart rate down. Don't forget, we are on the ground for our first exercise. So after you get a drink, get down to the ground, get into that all fours position, and we will start there for round number 2. Remember to bring gratitude into your day every day. Be grateful for you being able to make it here today, for you to be limber enough in order to do all of these exercises, or at least most of them, right? And the more you do those things, muscle and agility is, use it or lose it. I'm sure if you've ever had surgery before and you have not been able to move around, you understand how things can get really stiff, really immobile. And it's important to do these exercises so you can keep that mobility. And if you have surgery, you can still do some of these. If you have lower body surgery, you can still do some of the upper body exercises and vice versa. All right, let's get into that bird dog position. Ready, and go. Right leg out, left arm up. Tighten the glutes, really squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back. Each time you bring that arm and the leg up. All right, we tend to be very sedentary in our work during our day. So doing these movements throughout the day, super important. "15 seconds. And rest. All right. Next, we're up to do our wood chops. So remember, if you want to take a small hand weight for this one, go ahead and do that. It's not necessary, but I want you to concentrate on rotating 90 degrees to the left, 90 degrees to the right. Every time you twist your body, ready, and go, reach it up, chop it down. Up. So we're really working our core on this one. I'm keeping it really slow so you can see how I'm turning each time. Up. Up. Down. And switch sides. Rest. All right, excellent job. For our next exercise, we're doing standing crab. So again, you can hold on to those weights, get some shoulder endurance exercise, bring those knees up to your elbows, ready, and go. Again, with an option, holding on to something as you go today. Got this. A lot of hip mobility stuff today. The hips limber. And rest. All right, we got our crab dips next. So off of a chair, even off the countertop works. Depending on if you need that option or not. All right, get in the crab position, elbows heading out back. Really get a good workout with your triceps, even if you just bend just a little bit. It's really gonna work those things out. All right, you got this. 15 seconds. And rest. All right, we're back up to our feet for our fight move, which we are punching across the body. All right, get your legs a little further in distance apart. Fist up. You can actually hold your hand weights if you wanted to on this one. Punching to the right, into the left. Ready and go. Whoop. You get full extension on that back. Really out, out, pull it back in. Done. All right, we got our push-ups next. So go to your special place for push-ups, wherever that is. All right, ready? And go. Remember, keep those elbows close to your body. I'm going all the way down and touching the ground before I push back up, just so I get a full range of motion for my upper body. Go down. Really extend that chest muscle. Push it back up. Rest. Woo! All right, we're doing our bent over flies next. So you want to hold on to something small, you can. If not, slow it down so you can get full range of motion on that. We're hinging at the hips a little bit, bending our knees a little bit. Arms straight down. Bring those arms up and bring them back down nice and slow. You got this. Keep it up. All right, and rest. All right, for our next exercise, we're bringing that knee up, bringing it around. Up. We're working those hip joints. And again, if you want to make this into a plank exercise, go ahead and do that. Do that, then we'll get 2 plank exercises in a row. So let's concentrate on rolling out that hip. So this is working that hip joint in a little bit different direction than we did with some of the other exercises, like bird dogs and standing crabs and stuff like that. So working the full range of motion of your hips. Right, 10 seconds. And rest. Awesome. All right, now we're doing marches. And if you want to go down and do a mountain climber from an elevated position or on the ground, you can do that. Make sure that you drive your arm all the way up. Ready? And go. And again, you can change this into a run too, as well, if you need to. All right, drive it up. Right, 15 seconds. Rest. All right, awesome job. Please take a minute, regain your breath. If you need to, grab yourself a drink. Get ready for the last round. You've got 1 round to go. Completed 2, 1 more. Don't forget, this is your routine. So if you have time to do 1 round, do it. If you have time for 2, do it. If you have time for more, do it. All right, it's only going to benefit you. But almost more importantly is take 1 or 2 of these exercises and incorporate those throughout your day. If you do that, it'll remind your body that you're an active person and keep your joints lubricated so you can function better in your own life. All right. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out. My new website is wellnesswarriorhq.com. Definitely go check it out. I've been posting blogs in there 3 or 4 days a week. So about random health and wellness topics and GLP. All right, let's get into that tabletop position. Our last round. Make it count. Bird dog the first. Ready and go. Left arm forward, right leg back. And switch. Right, keep it up. You got this. Last round. You make it. You need a rest or a drink as we get through. Take a few seconds and do it. That toe pointed down when you kick it out. And rest. All right, we are up for wood chops. All right, remember for the wood chop, bringing it up, chopping it down to our knee. We want to concentrate on turning that body 90 degrees one way, 90 degrees the other way. All right, ready? Go. You can hold a little weight for this if you need to. Turn it. Turn it. All right, we're really working our core muscles on this one. When you do that, really concentrate, hinging at the hips, keeping that spine limber. Go ahead and switch sides. Keep it nice and smooth. And rest. All right, we got our standing crab next. Again, a lot of stuff with hip joint mobility today. Let's put our arms up. You can hold those weights in your hands if you need to. Let's go. And again, it is not necessary that your knees go all the way up to your elbows. The more important thing is to get a little bit further up each time. So as you continue to do this exercise, think about how it went the first round and check yourself out. See if you feel like that hip is a little bit more mobile now than it was. All right, 15 seconds. And rest. All right, crab dips are next. So, whatever your crab dip place is, rest off a chair or just off the ground. If you want to do a crab walk, you can too. Ready? And go. We want our elbows to come back behind us. Really want to work those triceps. So really squeeze those triceps each time you come up. Squeeze. All right, 15 seconds. Got this. Those triceps. All right, and back up to our feet. All right, we're doing our cross punches next. So, legs a little further in hip distance. Let's get those fists up in front of us, and we're punching across our body. Cross. You know, more movement with the core and the hips on this one. Really, if you really have hip joint mobility issues, hit the replay on this. Really work your hips out a lot today. Fully extend. Go as fast or as slow as you need to. Doing this to break out into a sweat, or if you're doing this for mobility, you got 10 seconds. And rest. All right, push-ups are next. All right, we're winding down here. Let's go into your push-up position that you know you can make for a minute. Ready? And go. Keep those elbows tight to your body or at a slight 45-degree angle away from the body. Get to breathe. big exhales on the effort part. All right, 10 seconds. All right, sneak one more in. Oh, whew. All right, if you want to grab your weights again, you can. We're doing the reverse fly. So hinge at the hips, bend your knees a little bit, arms down to the side, bring them up, nice and slow coming back down. This is really good to help your posture as well. Pinch those shoulder blades up to the top. We breathe on this one. And rest. Whew. All right, we're going to do hip rotations next. So from a standing position, you can hold on to something if you want to. Rotate that leg out to the side. Great, you go ahead and get started. If you want to do that on the ground, you can. Let's get into that bird dog position. Bring it out and around. Giving you a couple options for this one. Rotate that around. All right, you can concentrate on one leg. Go ahead and flip. Hip mobility stuff. 2 seconds. And rest. All right, back up to your feet. Last exercise. You can actually do a mountain climber on the ground if you want to. That's fine. But standing, high arm, high knee march. Finish it off strong. If you need to make this even, you do have an option of really killing it to really slowing it down. So go where you feel like you need to go today. All right. Keep those arms and legs working contralateral. So left knee, right arm, left arm, right knee. This is a good balance exercise too. You really got to shift your body weight from side to side, especially if you do it slower. Do it faster, not as much. All right, 20 seconds. You can make it. And rest. All right, we did it. Nice job. All right. Grab yourself a drink if you need it. Congratulate yourself. Give yourself some gratitude for making it through this program today. And once you get into this a little bit of a hinge position, hands on the knees, I want you to come up and I want you to just stretch everything up, push out your hips, push out your chest, roll back your shoulders. Bring it down. Bring it back up. Down. Bring it back up. All right, let's interlock your fingers, stretch straight up. Get your legs a little further in hip distance apart. Let's lean it over to one side. All right, up top, lean it over to the other side. All right, if you're able to, get down to one knee. If you are not able to, go ahead and sit down and do the same thing. Stretch out that leg, tip up the toe, lean into that leg, stretch out that hamstring and your calves. All right, switch legs. As we're doing this last stretch today, think about how you can incorporate this into your day. Make it a part of your day and keep your body aware that you are going to be moving. All right, great job. This is Coach Steve signing off. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll catch you next time.